Hey guys, welcome to Digit.in, and today we will compare the Xiaomi Redmi 5A with the Redmi 4 and the Redmi Y1. Now the Redmi 5A is the cheapest at 4,999 rupees, while the Redmi 4 starts from 6,999 rupees, and the Redmi Y1 is the most expensive of the lot, starting from 8,999 rupees. So despite being at different price points, this comparison is about bringing the best value for money proposition that you can get from the three Xiaomi phones that are priced under 10,000 rupees. So let's begin. Now, starting with the design and build, all the three phones have used plastic generously in the body with hints of metal in them. Save for one. Ironically, the most expensive of the lot, the Redmi Y1, is all plastic. You won't really understand it at first glance though. Xiaomi has put a metallic finish on top of the plastic rear panel, so the hand feel is quite smooth. The rear panel of both the Redmi 4 and the Redmi 5A are also made of plastic, but it's housed inside an anodized aluminum frame, rendering some sturdiness in them. The front panel of all the three phones are almost identical, save for the placement of the front camera and the proximity sensor. There is Corning Gorilla Glass protection on top of the Redmi 4 and the Redmi Y1, while the Redmi 5A is protected by a Dragon Tail glass. While Gorilla Glass offers more protection from drops, the Asahi Dragon Tail glass offers better scratch resistance. Among the three, the Redmi 4 feels the most premium. It is compact and the smartphone feels quite premium, hence the winner here is the Redmi 4. Moving to the display, the three phones sport a 720p resolution display. The Redmi 4A and the Redmi 5 both have 5-inch displays, while the panel on the Redmi Y1 is slightly bigger at 5.5 inches. The display on all the three phones are not at all true to source. But having said that, the Redmi Y1 is closest to displaying natural colors than the rest. Both the Redmi 4 and the Redmi 5A have warmer displays, while the Redmi Y1 is comparatively cooler. As a result, the reds and oranges on the Redmi 4 and the Redmi 5A will look punchier, but elements like the sky will look unnaturally saturated. Also, because of a higher pixel density in the Redmi 4 and the Redmi 5A, images and videos will look sharper than the Redmi Y1. At this range, a buyer will look to buy a phone that has a punchy bright display. In that case, the Redmi 4 and the Redmi 5A both are good options. They are also cheaper than the Redmi Y1 and more compact. So in this case, the winner is a tie between the Redmi 4 and the Redmi 5A. Moving to performance, all the three phones use entry-level Snapdragon processors, which handle general operations on the phone quite well. You will not face long lags while browsing the phone. Opening apps will take some time, and a lot of apps open in the background will inevitably slow the phone down. The Redmi 5A is the most underpowered among the three, using a Snapdragon 425 SoC. The Redmi 4 and the Redmi Y1 both use the Snapdragon 435 SoC. We received the 3GB variant of the Redmi 4 and the Redmi Y1 for review, while the Redmi 5 has 2GB of RAM. Both the Redmi 4 and the Redmi Y1 have a higher 4GB RAM variant, while the Redmi 5A has a 3GB RAM variant. In terms of performance alone, the Redmi 4 and the Redmi Y1 are at par, and the Redmi Y1 edges out of the Redmi 4 slightly in benchmark scores, but that wouldn't really convert to much in real-world usage. Since the Redmi 4 is priced lesser than the Redmi Y1, you should consider the Redmi 4 if performance is what you are looking for. So when it comes to performance, the winner is the Redmi 4. Moving to the camera, the Redmi Y1 is a selfie-centric phone sporting a 16-megapixel camera on the front and an LED flash with f2.0 aperture. The Redmi 4 and the Redmi 5A aren't focused on selfies, so they have a 5-megapixel shooter in the front. On the back, all the three phones have the same 13-megapixel sensor with f2.2 aperture, face detection, autofocus, and LED flash. So how do they fare? Well, in indoor shots, the Redmi 5A does shadows better than both the Redmi Y1 and the Redmi 4, although there is more noise. Also, the Redmi 5A tends to oversaturate the color. Again, the details are better in the Redmi 4 and the Redmi Y1 than the Redmi 5A, even though all three are using the same camera setup. When it comes to indoor white balance, most Redmi phones, if not all, have a white balance problem. Xiaomi tends to oversaturate its phones so that the white balance is always off towards the warmer side. As a result, the phone which has the least white balance distortion will win. Among the three, the Redmi Y1 produces the warmest photos. The Redmi 4A and the Redmi 5 are distinctly more true to source than the Y1, but the Redmi 4 is a little more so than the 5A. Coming to outdoor landscapes, we took a sunset shot in HDR to calculate the dynamic range the cameras can produce. The Redmi Y1 was the clear winner here when compared to the Redmi 4 and the Redmi 5. The Y1 could also handle shadows better than the two. When it comes to macro shots, the sharpness of the Redmi 5A is significantly compromised. Not only that, the Redmi 5A shows a shabbier shade of yellow than the two. Between the Redmi 4 and the Redmi Y1, the details reproduced by the Redmi 4 are sharper, but the colors are more vibrant on the Redmi Y1. When it comes to selfies, even though the Redmi Y1 is a selfie-centric camera, it's hard to recommend it considering the Redmi 4 also clicks some great selfie photos. So overall, the winner when it comes to the camera is the Redmi 4. Moving to the battery, the Redmi 4 in this category is the undisputed champion with a 4100 mAh battery. While it won't really last you for 2 whole days, which is what Xiaomi claims, it can easily last over a day even if you are gaming on it. So in this case, the winner is the Redmi 4 as well. Well, considering the price, the aim of our campaign was to find the phone that offers a bit of everything and is an all-rounder. These are budget devices with the expected compromise, but among the three that we compared, buying the Redmi 4 makes the most sense. Yes, the 5A is at a cheaper price point, but it also has an underwhelming processor and a particularly poor camera, which are two of the most important things to consider when buying a budget phone. The Redmi Y1 is targeted towards the niche audience, the urban trendsetter, the social media addict who takes selfies every morning after waking up. So in that case, we would still recommend the Redmi 4, which makes more sense considering it is a good performer, has a good front camera and a good rear camera, not to mention the good battery life. So yes, if you are looking for a value for money proposition amongst these three, we think the Redmi 4 is the one for you. Thank you for tuning in, and as always, you can let us know what you thought of this video in the comment section below. If you liked it, you can like it, and for more videos like this one, you can subscribe to our channel.